Hello, beautiful Aries. Welcome to your reading for the next 3 months. We're going to start out by pulling your symbols. This is going to be actually a roadmap for us to see what's happening. This is the astral house. I want to take a look at it right away. Career. I keep pulling career and love mostly for a lot of people. And I'm going to pull a month as well that we're going to look into the numerology meaning of that. And then I'm going to jump into January, the first month, the number one, the new beginnings in your career probably coming forth and can be already starting this month. And then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. At the end, I have some tarot cards for you, which we're going to go month by month. We're going to look into past, present, and future energies, how it's affecting your life and what you need to know. And by the way, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you do, go ahead, hit subscribe and join this beautiful soul community. And this can also help you receive more related videos for yourself, okay? We have Camel, persevere, and you will overcome problems. Seems like you're starting the year in a very well note. We have spare here, heartache, or what you know over what you no longer have. So we have a younger man, dealings or relationships with a younger man. I pulled this card in a second ago for another sign, and I felt like this person can be someone immature person you were dealing with. I feel this is actually an opportunity for you to move forward. Maybe someone that you have dealt with in your life, but sometimes what happens, humans are we're weird creatures. Maybe you have been taking care of this person for so long. Now you feel a little bit nostalgia because they're gone. However, this is actually going to remove maybe a weight off of your shoulders. Okay, so try to see things from the positive end, because it seems like it is going to become an improvement in your career. We have hidden secrets can harm you. This can also be about financial success as well. Hidden secrets, okay. So this comes to me as this can be someone who already knows your secrets, and this might be telling you to start coming clean. Like if you're hiding something that another person needs to know, or that's an issue, a situation that requires reveal, maybe consider to talk about it. It can be also like getting professional help about it, because this can be a person who left. Maybe they're gonna leave or try to call up the people in your life, okay? And if that's not the case, if you're really open in your life and there's nothing hidden, this can be this person's hidden secrets that you're going to hear. And harming, I feel like harming can be about like maybe feeling sad about it too, okay? We have a candle here. You will be shown the way. You always have divine guidance, Aries. Haystack karma, you will reap what you have sown. And I feel like this is a positive thing because I feel there's somebody you already helped. Control your anger. You will be sorry with the January here. Then we have a frozen person. I feel like maybe you might hear things about a certain person you helped in the past, maybe talking bad things about you, maybe you want to react to them, but this is basically telling me to mind your own business, mind your own life, and grow your own crops, grow your own desires, not participate into other people's energy, because as soon as you get angry with them, as soon as you send them vibes, and as soon as you think about them, you send them your energy and they're feeding off of it, okay? These can be someone energy vampires that are leaving your life too. So keep that in mind. I see there's even a pathway opening for you here. There's a chunk of money showing up in the beginning of the year. The pathway still has some time within the third month energy is going to see it. And it seems you are on a very good, like you're starting the year in a very good note. Even if you're not feeling it right now, I see somebody's leaving and maybe they're taking their drama with them as well. And this can be a sibling, family member. This can be someone close to you. This can be someone that you're broken up with. Might be like completely leaving your sight. And the benefit of it is we see there's someone here with a big nose and a bright personality. This can also open up more space in your energy field to bring someone who has a better perspective, who has a better outlook. And I see there are two people, they're carrying this massive rock on top of their heads. And I see there's like a flamenco dancer and there's a big wise old woman. These are all feminine energies. Maybe this was like that you had to stay in your masculine all the time, year round, because you had all the weight on your shoulders. Maybe you even had to carry other people's weight on your shoulders. This doesn't have to be about gender. I feel like this is about the energy. The feminine energy is the creative part and the one who nurtures things to life rather than plants the seeds. Okay, so but I feel like the roles have changed. Maybe you are the creative one, but because the masculine energy wasn't acting properly, you had to take on the weight on your shoulders. And it seems like here you're going to just push it off of you. Okay, you're going to just drop it. And there's a person right there with you. You might even have a partner that you're in this together. You've been carrying this thing together. Basically, it is time to just, release that thing. I see a letter E here. There's a letter V. Kind of looks like a duck's feet. So duck can be aggressive time to time, but I feel like this is a good aggression. It's a protective aggression. The person next to you might get a little aggressive, or if you have a friend like that supporting you, might get a little aggressive. This doesn't mean attacking, hurting others. It means that they might really maybe respond to the situation with anger, but this can help you detach from where you feel connected to. Maybe they're going to give you a solid advice while they're angry, or they're going to this can be a business partner that maybe there's somebody who didn't pay for months because you were being passive, because they were being threatening or something else. This person next to you is going to take the charge now. Okay, as soon as they do, I see here there's a W coming in, and which we have two shooting stars looking very well. Two shooting stars can be two desires actually coming to life when you give the proper reaction to this situation. This is even forming, there's a pathway here on a higher level, not like a lower energies. Maybe you have been dealing with this kind of lower vibe people. When I mean that, it means that they're thinking about the small things, the small calculations all the time, making deals over pennies kind of energy. Seems like here, if you are producing massive amounts of things, that pennies can matter. But if this is something small, that is not really going to matter too much. For you, it's going to matter maybe a lot if you're the one getting paid. But there's a consideration happening here, okay? There's going to be a gentle consideration happening when it comes to what you're dealing with. And it's going to be on your end too. It's not going to be one-sided. Not that the other person is going to understand you, but you're not going to see their perspective. There's an exchange of energy coming forth here. I see there's a clear paper. This is a karmic clearance, maybe something that you have been holding on to. It is washing out of your life. And I told you, control your anger or you will be sorry, coming forward with the lightning. So I feel maybe this time around you don't need to use the anger button. There's somebody else who's going to use that very articulately. Within the third month, the second month, it's all calming down, and the third month you're stepping into a totally different environment. There's a chunk of money. This can be a good high offer coming forth. We have here kind of looks like letter N as in Nancy, but also reminded me of a horseshoe, which we have here an officer bringing that horseshoe to you. This can be something that is going to satisfy you coming forth also, okay? This can be something emotionally satisfying, which we have a carrot too, a windfall, an opportunity following that. It kind of reminds me of a magnet as well, the shape like a magnet. So maybe you're receiving a magnet. This can show up in the form of an information, inspiration, a knowledge, a book, which has information that you need in order to attract these carrots into your life. But it is going to be through something, through someone, you're going to start receiving the material success you want. I feel like there's going to be first emotional and spiritual upgrade, then the information channeling. Maybe this is something that you're going to channel, and then the material results you're going to start to see. And it's not going to be too much, it's not going to have too much distance in between here, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. You're fully surrounded by a lot of people. Your desire is coming forth initially, but then it just pauses along the way. And then it just changes course. So do not insist on how this is going to happen, but why you want it. Because it seems like this can be something, maybe you really want to purchase a car, for example, but maybe somebody else is going to gift it to you. Okay? And if it is serving you at the moment, maybe it's time to accept it rather than saying, this is not the order that I sent to the universe. I don't want it, kind of energy, okay? Just approach it positively and practice gratitude. I feel like when you do, you are really in a very potent energy for the next 3 months. Whatever that you speak about, you're going to bring about. That's why while you're using your words, it's very important to use them very carefully in the positive side. Even if you're feeling furious about something or a person, turning things around. Like you see, this is actually your energy field has a lot of moving components in there. And you're right in the middle of it, Aries with a massive A here. You're right in the middle of it. The more you think towards the things you want, that's how the wind is going to change its direction. Or if you keep thinking or talking about the things that you don't want, it's going to turn around the direction to that. Okay, I see there's a person here. Looks like the head kind of reminds me of a little lion right there. Lion, Leo, someone who is maybe a leader, can be a zodiac sign of Leo, someone. This is outside of your comfort zone, and they have, this kind of looks like a broom, but also looks like a shoe. Broom can be a cleanup crew. This person might be someone who can clean things up. When you say that, when I say that, it can be like a therapist that actually helps you clean up your mind. It can be maybe someone helping you with physical activity. It can be also a teacher. Maybe this is you going to the school and learning something new and clearing the old and unnecessary knowledge you have about, or unuseful. Now, unuseful, is there such a word? Clearing that out of your life with the help of this person. And this is outside your comfort zone. This is definitely an area that you're not familiar to, but they are. What happens there is this gives you the broom, yes, to clean up, but also comes with a shoe, which is going to carry you from where you are to a better place. I feel like mental, physical, maybe in a spiritually, it is going to give you a shoe that you can walk away from the darker ideas, people, environments. It's not going to resonate with you anymore. You're going to break apart from it. We're going to go now when it comes to tarot month by month. If we need any clarifiers for each time period, we're going to pull some to clarify what's going on. This is going to be the first month, and we're going to start with, and the month can be starting from today, 30 days from today kind of energy, okay? We have Queen of Pentacles here. This is your past energies when it comes to first month. Seems like you are already very resourceful person. You have created things in the past. You won competitions. You accomplished things. You raised children, yours or maybe even students. You have amazing talent, and you have proven that to yourself. And you're also abundant, generous, comfortable. Whatever you touch, I told you, you're feminine, but some masculine might be pushing you to be more masculine, meaning you're a creative person. I'm not talking about the gender again. I would like to point that out. And you want to stay in that creative area, but some things might be pushing you to actually go out there and do things that are not even your job to do, okay? But Queen of Pentacles, as Queen of Pentacles, you have created those things already. Okay, you have evidence that you can be success in whatever area that you want. We have here, though, within the present, you might be feeling a little conflict, maybe because you're going to become a competition to a loved one or someone that you worked in the past with, or you're going to have power struggles and conflict with the others that are not as talented as you are. I want to see what this means, because the outcome also means that Page of Pentacles, you're getting back to basics, studying, practicing, and grounding your energy, focusing on the subject that you want to create or the things that you're working on. You're going to end up resetting, maybe starting new, but with solid steps this time. But this conflict can be with a Libra or Gemini or an Aquarius that you're dealing with. Page of Swords is someone blunt, someone honest, but also sometimes they might be hurtful. And another thing here, they do not really see the emotional aspect of a situation. They're all logical. This can also be your situation. Maybe these people are fighting for their lives and you're only seeing that this is my work. I have done that. I'm not sharing that. That actually moves a little bit towards the toxic femininity as well. Negative femininity a little bit, because hoarding kind of energy here. I don't know if that's what you're doing, or that's maybe you're dealing with that. Okay, so now I feel like that's what you're dealing with now, because the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold by that kind of energies. Either way, though, I don't want to limit it to maybe somebody wronged you. Maybe this has actually left you out in the cold, while you can have maybe a good community help you, because you focused on what I can get out of it might actually limited your options. However, I see that either way you're going towards victory, because you're very overall, Aries is the zodiac, the first zodiac, very lucky, very a go-getter, get things done energy you have is going to bring you the victory eventually. But this is also a time of not really having clarity if the victory is going to stay with you. Yes, it will, though. It will. Page of Pentacles tells me that from the attitude of this, like, I only think of myself, you are changing your gaze towards, okay, I need to consider others as well. Or if the attitude was, I have to only think about the others, but the others might not be very supportive of you during the hard times. So if that's the case, if you had a community that weren't supporting you from that fightful and maybe even the resentful and the community that leaves you alone, you're moving forward. Six of Wands, which is a community that celebrates you, your successes, stands right behind you and cherishes you, gives you this rate of victory. Even if that is not really for sure guaranteed at that moment, you're still definitely getting recognition. And the Eight of Wands is that will be followed by other support, many positive opportunities following that. Okay, let's see the second month, how you're going to start with the past energies of the second month. We have the King of Wands. Yes, that's actually positive opportunities, taking things one at a time and keep moving forward is going to put you on the throne of being an authority. From feminine energy, you're going to start doing the masculine thing, which is taking action, being assertive, and having a word to say, and also becoming an authority in the subject, okay? Which will end up bringing in the present of the second month contentment, gratitude, wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is, we see a satisfied person right here in this picture, that he has 9 cups aligned right behind him. So he's having a good time here. This is after a feast that he maybe even tasted 9 different things and now he's full and satisfied with them. And he knows which cup is working for them. So that's why he chose them and lined them all behind himself. Seems like here, first month can start with dealing with the people that are against you, and also maybe there was like a sacrifice that you have made, actually getting back that in return. That will help you gain a lot of confidence. With the confidence, you're going to manifest a lot of desires. What happens is it's not really ending there. The Six of Pentacles is the future outcome. This is going to put you in a very powerful position, because we have a powerful merchant here giving away to the people. So this is actually you becoming really powerful and having the chance to give others what you have extra. So this is about giving and receiving charity. And the more you give, you're going to open up floodgates of abundance that the universe is going to fill whatever that vacuum that you create in your energy field. And I want to point it out. This doesn't have to be giving, like you're getting a lot of emotional satisfaction and giving back that too. But Six of Pentacles has a material aspect to it, so I feel you might also get a rise in your abundance and share it. And sharing doesn't mean sharing everything in your hands and pocket. It can mean that maybe you have an amount, like a 10% in your mind that you do every month, or 1% of what you have, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And I always give the example of as well, smiling someone who's feeling upset, comforting them is maybe much more valuable than money. Okay, so whatever is available to you, think of it that way, that from a position of maybe conflict, you're going to get an upgrade, which will give you more chance to expand and satisfy yourself, and then give that satisfaction to others. Knight of Wands is also courage. I feel like within the third month, yes, you're going to take a leap of faith. Kings are stable energy. Knights are moving forward. So you're not going to stay stuck where you are. Even if it's like a victorious moment for you, you're not going to stay in the comfort zone too long. You're going to take a leap of faith. Also, leap of trust, the confidence, courage, enthusiasm here. So there's something that you know for sure is working, that you might end the second month with that. This is the past of it. So you might end, okay, let me think about it, contemplate it. How can I invest into it? How can I achieve success in here? Aries, this is your masculine energy, by the way. And I feel this can even be about like testing new things and maybe a relationship too, okay? Stepping into an unknown with knowing that it will work out eventually. We have here in the present moment within the third month, you might feel a little burden because maybe your confidence is not going to allow you to do the necessary research. All the things comes with it, all the weight. So you might have to grab everything on your back. The truth is though, 10 of Wands can also be you starting something and saying that, oh, only I can do that. No one else can take care of this thing. I am the only one who can do it, so I'm going to grab everything. That can cause you to really lose your focus and dislike what you're doing, okay? So be aware of that. This is actually obligation, duty, final push, like coming to the edge, but not being able to finish it. But I see that you're going to be able to finish it, Aries. You're going to be able to complete that task. And that's also in the future has like a celebration. Congratulations. This can be graduation, new baby, new family, harvest, collecting the good results of your hard work. I want to see why this is hard work, because you might be dealing with shady people. Five of Swords is someone who does everything in their power to win if this requires cheating. And when you try to do everything by yourself, you might have to deal with these people as well. But what you can do here is, instead of just being handling everything by yourself, you can look for new opportunities. Three of Wands is, we see a merchant here looking to the horizon, trusting that his ships are going to the right place, and maybe he's picking up a ship to go with them. And he's sure because he has insured those ships, even though they don't come from the journey, he knows that he's always safe. So that's the attitude. If you're dealing with someone or a situation that doesn't really have any guarantee, make sure that you have your back, like there's an insurance on it, there's something protecting it. Or maybe if you have a house situation, you're trying to fix everything by yourself, maybe you want to hire someone, but you're feeling they're shady. The truth is, get the insurance going first and then do what is necessary, because you might be tactical. Two shady characters coming in the same reading, so you might even really need to cover your back before you hit the road. Another thing with the Seven of Pentacles and Seven of Swords energy, this is actually someone doing things differently. So maybe if you always had to fight for things, this can be this time around, do things without fighting in a very political, diplomatic way. Okay, Strength here tells me that there's a lesson that you're learning out of this experience, and a Wheel of Fortune actually affirms that there's a change coming forward for you, and you cannot stay where you are forever or in the same mindset or protect the same people that are not really your best. They're thinking your best interest. You need to change, like it or not. But now the Seven of Swords makes sense in the way that you cannot really do it out in the open in a reactive way. It should be in a responsive and maybe even strategic way. Okay, I'm gonna pull another oracle for you here. Okay, this is gonna be an Akashic Tarot, but this is a different type of tarot deck, so it's not exactly the same, the meanings. So I'm gonna get some help from the guidebook, and let's see what the direction that this one shows us for you. We have Akashic Field, One of Horses. This is, I forgot the name of it. This is called something. It's a Northern Lights, or Aurora. It has a different name to it. Forces are wands. So you have a lot of fire energy here, and in your reading too. And your oracle comes with that energy as well. It's not exactly wands because you can see the blue here. This has a lot of movement energy in it. Yeah, it's Aurora Borealis. Flows with energy and brilliance as charged particles from the sun interact with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere. Receiving this card upright tells you that amazing opportunities abound this time. You can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the doors to the Akashic records. Your life force energy resonates with universal synchronicity now, so you can explore the records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help. Engage in this pursuit with a conscious focus. Write your intentions and ask for inspiration. Meditate on the Akashic field and visualize your goals. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heartfelt desires, and now is the time to make them happen. Akashic field is known as this divine library in the ether that carries all the information of the humanity, as far as I know. And so we can have access to it through meditation and deep trance. And this is suggesting you can test it out. Maybe even you don't even have to go to like a deep trance. You can pull the information through dreams, and that will be maybe a mind-opening experience for you as well. Worth to test it, but if you don't believe it, it can be also going in a literal library and reading about the subject that you're interested in. Okay, let's see. We have here your life coach oracle. Rejoicing. You have learned how to make the most out of life. So within the next 3 months, focus on what you can make the most out of what's in your hand. I feel like this is actually about practicing gratitude, and gratitude has a multiplication energy. The more you focus on the things that you want to grow, seems like it is going to come, more of it is going to come into your life. This is your affirmation. I'm clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave some more videos for you to enjoy here, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.